Please, Mother Mercy, take me from this place with the long-winded curses I hear in my head. Words never listen, teachers, oh, they never learn. Well, I'm warm from the candle, though I feel too cold to burn. It came from an island and it died from the street. He hurt so bad like a soul breaking, but he never said nothing to me. Oh, yeah. And say hello to heaven, heaven, heaven. And say hello to heaven, heaven, heaven. Yeah, yeah, yeah. New like a baby, lost like a prayer. The sky was your playground, but the cold ground was your bed. Oh, simple stargazer, you got no tears in your eyes. Flew like a whisper, so love heals all wounds with time. Now it seems like too much love was never enough. Yeah, you better seek out another road, 'cause this one is ending up rough. Oh, and say hello to heaven, heaven, heaven. And say hello to heaven, heaven, heaven. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I never wanted to write these words down for you with the pages of phrases of all the things that we'll never do. No, so I blow out the candles and I put you to rest. And if you can't sentiment now, while the dog broke your bones, there's just one thing left to be said. Say hello to heaven, heaven, yeah. And say hello to heaven, heaven, heaven. And say hello to heaven, heaven, yeah. And say hello to heaven, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, woo. was Say Hello to Heaven by Temple the Dog. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell. Hello, folks. Welcome to the show. My name is Gravity Groove. Welcome to Not Safe for Work Magic, where I say whatever the fuck I want about whatever the fuck I want. Hi, how are you doing? We are still in, I believe, Platinum? Like 3? Almost in Platinum 3. We're on the bottom of the Platinum ladder, and we are trying to play our favorite deck currently, which is the Temur, with no Aldruns. We made a minor change because I felt like we were flooding a little too much. So I just stuck in a 61st card there because the Goldspan Dragon seems to be pretty damn helpful. And I also changed the sideboard a little bit to put in 3 Scorching Dragonfires. Now, Gravity Groove, you say, can't you not cast those with Obosh in there? Yeah, well, if we're up against Mono Red or Temur, or not Temur, Rogues, we're never resolving Obosh anyway. And in the Mono Red match, Obosh isn't the card that matters. Keeping their shit off the board so that we can stabilize with our superior creatures is what matters. So we just take Obosh the fuck out of there, put in 2 Scorching Dragonfires, a Redcap Melee, and our Soul Sears, and that's what we do. I'd considered cutting the last Redcap for Scorching Dragonfire, but I like having something at 1 mana that potentially kills a Goldspan Dragon in the mirror. And I also would consider Treaded Sails because it also helps in the mirror, being that it kills their Goldspan Dragon as well as the Great Henge. But I really can't find room for it. You absolutely need the counterspells for maintaining a decent chance against the Sultai deck. And I mean, maybe the closest of the things you cut, I assume the closest are for the mirror. Honestly, like, I barely ever bring Klothys in. It seems good against generic sort of janky control decks, but that's about it. That might be a cut going forward. We're continuing to learn. What is that in there for, in general? What do I think that's in there for? Jeskai Cycling, which I haven't seen in a very long time. It's just in there for Jeskai Cycling, which I have not seen in a very long time. And don't we already win that just by having counterspells most of the time? I mean, it's not a given, but Bone Crusher stomps most of their best threats. We might be getting rid of Klothys. We're going to determine after this play session if we're getting rid of Klothys. I also been thinking of getting rid of the Sentinel. Or the Shadow Spear. Like, I just never fucking equip this thing. Like, it never feels relevant. I get occasionally that these 2 cards, combined with Henge, give us a chance to regain life and maybe get out of the red zone when facing aggro, pun intended. But my experience with this has been I almost never equip it ever. And I get that it's a one-off, but even when I'm casting it, I usually am not equipping it, which is a bad sign. We're going to keep it in here, again, for a play session and see how it feels. But these 2 cards have not felt important or impactful. I could easily see cutting Sentinel for some other piece of 1 mana interaction or some other creature. I don't know what that creature would be necessarily, but I don't hate the idea of like a what's the 1 mana red land / spell? We run it in our Grixis deck. You know what I'm talking about. Deal 1 and I think exile or play as a land. I could see putting that in and maybe taking out a land. I don't hate that idea. Not sure what else I'd want to put in at the 1 mana slot. We could put in another 2 mana play. But our 2-mana plays are pretty good, right? We've got Petty Theft. We've got Stomp. We've got Saw It Coming. I guess we could use a couple more 2-mana plays. Yeah, we could just throw a... oh, right, we can't run 2-mana plays because of Obosh. Adoy. Yeah, so it's got to be a 1 or a 3. And I think a 1 is much more important. We'll assess that vulnerability after a couple more matches. Most of the time I played this deck, though, the matches have been very, very polarized. Like, I just draw bad and die horribly, and the matchup doesn't matter. Rogues is still irritating to play against, regardless of the deck you're playing. It's just an irritating thing to play against. Hell Cow. Alright. Thinking of the Diablo 2 Cow level now. Sultai, which is most of our games are just against Sultai. Like, overwhelmingly. Yeah. Which isn't very good, but we have a dispute in hand. I'd like to hit another land here. But we'll play the Mammoth out as a land if we have to. So we have double green. We had double green? Interesting. Hell is... I don't think I've ever had this played against me. So this isn't Ultimatum deck, this is a Doom Foretold. Sure. I didn't want to counter that because now I'm open to Doom Foretold. But it was going to basically defeat our Lovestruck Beast single-handedly and be another permanent for him to sacrifice, so if he has it on 4, we're probably just dead. Alright. He's setting up. Eliminate. So... we don't want to play out the Gargaroth, because again, it just gets instantly sacrificed if he has Doom Foretold. So, doesn't have it, just going for the Yorion play next turn. We have a dispute, it's fucking great. I guess we play the blue here. And... uh-huh. See if he just Yorions and concedes. That's what we're hoping for. Worst thing would be like black mana and then Extinction Event. Oh no. Why am I so good at predicting how I'm going to get fucked over? Huh? Why, I ask you? Oh, no. Why am I so good at that? That was the absolute worst case scenario. This deck probably beats our deck on the whole. They're just nothing but creature removal and Archon of Sun's Grace and Doom Foretold. He's got 7 mana now. He's approaching the point where our dispute doesn't do anything. Yeah. This does not feel winnable, folks. Does not feel winnable. I guess we could top deck a Goldspan Dragon. Okay. Damn it. I needed to actually play the Obosh first. It actually mattered. Completely got punked out. Really didn't think that was going to matter. Sure. Yep. First deck is just all kill spells and Archon. So we want the Soul Seers. I think we probably want the God too. I think this qualifies as just dirtily control deck. And this isn't hard to interact with kill condition. What don't we want? Huh. I don't think Elder Gargaroth does much damage here. Most of the time it's just going to be resolved for next to nothing. I feel like the counter spells are good here. The Bone Crushers are not as good, but generally I don't think we want to be removing Bone Crushers because they're part of our card advantage engine. I'm going to cut one land. This isn't really a meta deck, so I don't have a set way to sideboard against it. I guess if they are a Doom Foretold deck, maybe Cloythus is a bad call. If they just force us to sack it down the line. No Love Strucks or Edge Walls is not great for a deck that is very controlling. So Foretold kind of time walks us here. Thinks he's safe, does he? We still need a blue. I guess we'll get the big hit in here. Wow. That's pretty terrible for us. Not gonna lie, that's pretty terrible for us. Extinction Event probably kills me. And 2 Archons in an 80 card deck in his top 12 cards. Really, really unfortunate. Well, turn too late, huh? Now with Yorions, gets a token, kills Cloythus. We can Bone Crusher the token. If we draw a land, we have a potential swing. I think we're just dead. Double Archon is just the absolute worst for us. We have so few removal options. It's basically just Brazen and Soul Seer. That'll do it. Is this enough? Well, that was my luck for the week. That was my luck for the week. Yeah, I mean, we have that act built. It's, I believe it's this one right here. But I feel like the primary problem this deck has is that it's not fast, and it doesn't have counter magic in it, which means it loses to the bigger control deck pretty much 100% of the time, and it's not fast enough because it's an 80 card deck. It might not draw its removal on time to be able to handle the aggro matchup, although it does look like it is heavily favored to beat the aggro deck most of the time. So it is surprising that we beat it, being that it literally just is all kill spells and Archon, Yorion, and Amiria's Call as potential win conditions. Annoying. Definitely annoying. Alright. The deck should beat creature matchups most of the time. Probably a little better against Arbrew than the Temur Adventures that runs Epiphany. Yep, this looks good. So we got Frostbite or Shock or something? Yeah, it's mono red. Okay. It should be pretty manageable. Do we Innkeeper here? Nah, it's gotta be right to stomp. So this will be a matchup. We bring in the Scorching Dragonfires. Land off the top would be pretty great. Untap green source would be the absolute best. Buttload of 1/1s. Okay, so we're playing this for green. We're playing Edgewall Innkeeper. These can't block. We can't really attack because if he dropped a Castle Embereth, we're beyond fucked. I think we're fucked either way on that note, actually. Are we supposed to swing here? Yeah, it's got to be right to defend, right? If he's got Cleave, at least we've got the bounce. Yep. Man, we called that. Jesus Christ. draw is not good for us. Uh-huh. No. Damn. And the land we got is not the land we want. Fuck. We're still playing it. We're both mostly out of gas, but his board looks a lot scarier than ours. Yep. Okay. And, huh. We swing with the 5? We can't swing with the 5. We can swing with anything. This position is pretty dicey. Do we just play a Bone Crusher? Well, we did get to draw a small amount of cards, which is nice. We can put 800 creatures in front of the annex, which is also nice. Wow. Okay. Main deck. Did not expect that main deck. Mm-hmm. Still gonna block with everything. I guess we could double Bone Crusher the Annex next turn now. These Mystic Disputes are not doing anything. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So we take Obosh out. Take out our counter spells. And take out a Goldspan Dragon, I guess. Oh, I also cut a Shadow Spear in the sideboard for the Scorching Dragonfire, because we're kind of unsure about the utility of that one. I cut Crush the Weak and a Shadow Spear and one other card for the 3 Dragonfires. So we play Mammoth. If we draw an untapped green source, this hand will be fucking nice. But as it is, we play Mammoth. We Scorching Dragonfire something. We cast a Lovestruck Beast with no 1/1 on 3. I think that's okay. It's not ideal, but you know, we're on the draw against mono red. So what are you gonna do? Yep. Oh man. Get a land. It's not great. Really need to hit a land, folks. That Robber of the Rich really hurt me. Okay. And Bone Crusher, sure. Fuck. We still potentially have Henge into double in-wall. Edgekeeper. Okay, so he's telling us he doesn't have Rimjob Knight. That's good. No Rimjob Knight, folks. We're pretty vulnerable to Embercleave right now. Not just dead, but... Ooh, Cronin more. It's really good. Now our blocks are both shit. Yeah, that's probably enough. That's probably enough to kill us. We don't have double red. We can bounce our Lovestruck to replay it. I guess that's fine. Is that fine? think we're just playing the Love Struck because we need the 2 for the Scorching Dragonfire, right? And because this doesn't have a 1/1, it can't attack. That's pretty good. This is 3. Kind of screwed either way, right? Like we're pinched on red, so I think we're just gonna block it. If we play Love Struck and we hit a mountain, it should be it. Yep. That is one of our better matches. Still tough, still close. There were still lots of lines and potential ways that we could have utterly and totally failed. But we made it. Oh, what do we got? Okay. We got a mythic of some kind, and it is bad. It is but you know, one less mythic to open, I guess. So that was Temur today. We're going to be playing Temur until we get to Diamond, likely, and then we'll potentially be goofing around with some other stuff. But the meta is pretty calcified at the moment. We are in a dead meta, so as Strixhaven opens up and we switch to some more draft content to try to build our set out, hopefully in the coming weeks we'll be able to experiment with some new standard cards, if any new standard decks emerge. Which again, because Eldraine is so powerful, it's hard to see at the moment what spaces there are going to be in the game for a new meta deck to emerge, because Ultimatum is essentially keeping all of the decks that are mid-range out of the format. All of them. You have to be fast or you have to have counter spells, because Ultimatum is 30 to 40% of the meta. And if that's not keeping enough out of the meta, Bone Crusher itself is. It essentially makes almost all creatures with 2 toughness without a tremendous upside completely unplayable, and that's our meta. That's the game we have chosen to play. That is very poorly designed and not at all well thought out. Hopefully you guys will come back and see me again for more content down the road. My name is Gravity Groove. This has been Not Safe for Work Magic. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here today or learned a little bit about lines and play, please consider liking or leaving a comment down below. Any comment will do. We don't really get many comments on this channel, and it does help the algorithm see that we are a person, we have feelings, that we are alive, and we would like to be seen by other people. Hopefully we'll see you again. Boom. Catch you later.